Hey, East Texas. Well, we just got our winter outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, and we have a very warm winter on tap for most of the U.S. If you just take a look at our map here, we're seeing lots of warmer than average conditions for everywhere in the red and the orange. Here in the Lone Star State, though, it's not going to be quite that warm. We're seeing a pretty much average temperatures for our outlook. So that's going to be November into December into January. So average conditions. But what that will look like is we are going to see high temperatures in the 60s for November, sticking with the 60s December, down into the 50s for those highs in January. Lows sticking in the 40s for November, down to the 30s by the time we get to December and January. Now remember, these are just our averages for these months. We could have some spikes or some dips, really depending on the day, but this is what our average temperatures will be like for the season based off of all of our current climate data. All right, but let's talk rainfall. This is where things get a little bit more interesting. Everywhere in this green is where we're going to see above average precipitation, and we're kind of right in the center of it here in East Texas, so it's going to be a rather wet winter. And that's a trend that we're really seeing across the Lone Star State and pretty much all across the South. Lots of rainfall is expected in that dark green right around the bend of Florida. And if you take a look up toward Montana, those are going to be drier than average conditions. Same out toward the Great Lakes. This is an indicator of our El Nino. So here's what El Nino is. We have a warm circulation in the ocean. That happens when our trade winds start to weaken. And this is a common occurrence. It happens every 2 to 7 years, really depending on the weather pattern that year. And because we have this weakening of the trade winds and this warm circulation, our jet stream shifts a little bit. So we start to see a lot of warmth along the northern part of the U.S., which is where we were seeing all of those warmer than average conditions over the winter. And then along the south and along the Gulf Coast, lots of rainfall and winter precipitation. So even though it's probably going to be a wetter than average winter, definitely grab your raincoat, but hopefully you can get outside and enjoy it because it'll be very nice and seasonable. And hey, maybe even a chance of snow in the forecast.